All right, guys, I'm going to talk about resources for first responders. We're told that it's okay to talk to somebody. We should talk to somebody. We should work through these things, and we've also talked about how oftentimes those resources were offered through our employers, through our agencies, our jurisdictions don't feel safe to us because as much as they try to tell us it won't impact your career, it won't negatively impact you. We've all seen examples where that's not true and where it has impacted people's careers negatively or cost them their careers, quite frankly. And it's a very real fear. And unfortunately, it's a very valid fear, especially in certain agencies. Um, and it's something that holds a lot of folks back from working through things. So I've worked on a list of resources. I've got well over 100 things on this list. And part of the list I want to talk about today are some different therapy and counseling resources that are available. So things on this area of the list include there's a group that does 30 free counseling sessions for first responders. There are several places that do EAP type visits where you get 6 free visits, and then after that, there's a low copay or insurance copay, something like that for next visits. But unlike regular EAP, it's not tied through the employer. So you don't have any connection there. You don't have any worry about things getting back to the employer. There's some different weekly support groups related to the profession or trauma specifically. Some run by professionals, some run by peers. There's a variety of different warm lines you can reach out and talk to for peer support. But there's a whole host of things on this list that are available. And one of the biggest problems that we have is that there are resources out there for us. They're just not widely known. And they're not shared and published as well. So we can't take advantage of those resources we don't know exist. So that was a lot of the purpose in putting together this list, was to be able to share these resources, and especially resources that are specific for the first responder community. When you look in the general civilian population, there's a ton of resources out there for everybody. But this list focuses specifically on the first responder community. So we're talking about counselors or groups that specialize in this first responder community, or different groups that are only for first responder or military folks and not mixed in with civilians. Because that way you're with people who have shared experiences, who have similar backgrounds, who are actually going to understand the things you've been through and may have been through similar things. And there, for me, myself, by being a part of those type groups, I found that to be much more helpful than being mixed with the civilian population. So my email is on the screen. Email me. I will send you this list. I have it in several different formats. And when you get the list, if you see anything, have questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you have any suggestions of things to add to the list, please send those to me. And please share the list with anybody who you think might benefit from the information on there. So, and the other areas of the list I will talk about in future videos.